10 turnovers combined. That's not going to get it done.
Jonas with the ball, like we said, he missed a triple-double by 1 rebound against Xavier on Friday night in this building. Down to 10 on the clock. Boswell with the hot hand. Jonas outside. Screen Boswell. Moving hard. Trey White inside with a series of moves.
And we talk all the time about their offense, but their defense has been fantastic.
White. And that was over.
Williams' 5th assist. One of the best passing big men in the country.
Inside they go. The collision while airborne, and it goes.
Say the answer to that, Dan, right now is not well.
Ivisic, 3. No.
He looks tired.
Illinois is the 6th in a row. White will spin on that baseline and go for the reverse. That's owed by White. Working here, White bulldozing his way inside.
Great block out by Morris Johnson there to keep Hughley off the glass.
Hummerkaus is in for the Illini. Colin Boswell got the screen. And on the wing to White. Hummerkaus, who comes from Evansville. Jonas will wheel. It's White. Shot clock at 6. A spin, a fadeaway. Conwell the other way to the hole. Rejected by Riley. It's Jonas ahead. Boswell. Corner faking the 3. Here it comes from White.
That's just one where if you're going to do that, you might as well, if you're Morez Johnson, just fall out of bounds. You know, if you're going to throw it right to the other team, you're just giving away points.
6 turnovers now for Illinois. 10-0 on points off. Turnovers favoring Maryland, and a foul on Queen. And a chance. Fans of Coach K college basketball. Come on. Reese. Strong off the heel, and the rebound loose to Jonas again.
Nice job by Illinois of gang rebounding there. Geronimo and Reese are going to have to do it collectively.
7 boards tonight now for Jonas. Penetration, the dish to White for 3, and that'll drop.
Joy last night, as I've seen him play in a long time, and certainly the injuries, some of the losing has affected him. Right now, he's looking like a confident dude. Those last 2 jumpers going down.
Well, and remember, a couple of weeks ago in a post-game press conference, he was talking about how he's received death threats this year. It's been a rough year as that 3 will drop.
He's been very effective in pick and roll. He's been struggling with that ankle, but looks healthy tonight. He's such a good option in the middle of the zone. Look for him to flash in and out of there. He's a guy that can make plays.
As White turns the corner and explodes to the rim. Count the bucket of the foul.
Coming over, and Sanford getting it done at the rim.
For Iowa, though, they need a stop or 2 on this end of the floor. Illinois 6 of their last 8. Riley shovels it underneath for a 2-hand flush for
off the page, but 4 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple blocks, a big steal. Starts the second half off with a jump hook.
There's Riley. If you're Iowa, you've got to be concerned about this. Getting into the paint and distributing from there. The 3 falls from Trey White. It's all started.
He's had a nice ball game himself. Dealt with the foul trouble into the first half, but he's got 19 now, 9 of 12 from the field. Off the bounce for 2s. Josh Dix as good as anybody. That pull-up game, nice.
Here's Boswell, 9 for 13 tonight. He's hit his last 4. Entry inside, and the finish at the rim for Trey White. Here's Dix inside, got a little space, but he left the shot well short. Riley will push it up. Alone is White to the rim for 2, and over 100.
Iowa has a hard time defending the paint. They've looked to get there, and it's sometimes led to baskets. Others it's led to spray out 3s. Just an understanding of what the opponent is going to give you and taking advantage of just that.
But almost always at least one paint touch and then a hammer for Trey White.
I think it's a kid, not a foul trouble. And they've got matchups at the guard they like with White out there as well as Boswell. Like at the pen.
Often Ren got deep and missed against Ivisic.
He's got to go at him too. I think that's a nice backdoor cut.
Ivisic started it, the pass to the corner, and
sometimes you're long with it.
Smith pull-up. Doesn't need a lot of room. He missed it. Great box out by Riley.
Absolutely stuck his guy. Well, they are getting down the floor, though, aren't they? That's one with the turn the corner. How about that? Electrifying with balance.
He gains ground with every step, Braden Smith does.
He's fearless.
It is a 15-2 run. White barricaded by Harris. He still scores.
Good elevate. Patient with Edey as well. You know, finding his mark. Got to make that.
House, no dice. Rebound, tip to White. He scores. Oh, screen Kaufman-Renn. He'll float it into the corner and get a late look that's around and out for Colvin.
Tough match here for first. I would not give it up. Arkansas take him with the bounce. And this is advantage number 7.
First came over to help. They'll skip it for White for the tie. It's good.
How about that cross court?
Fletcher Lawyer just said rebound to his teammates at the end of that conversation.
He's got a guard, too. Look who he has.
Riley the wraparound for White. Boswell has been shoot first in the second half. White hit a big one a moment ago. There's another. And Ivicic with 4 fouls. Kaufman-Renn, high hands. Drop it off down low. There's White for 2 and a foul.
And it's now a Wolverine. Not many times you see a Buckeye become a Michigan man or a Michigan man go to Columbus. But we've got one in this one. 6:20 to go in the first. Saved by White. Picked up by Donaldson. The collision, the spin, the fake, and the 2. Wolverines.
And Michigan has got back to the man-to-man here to start the second half.
Ivicic. 3. Rebound. Boswell collects, fakes, spins, feeds. Wide open 3. Got it. You're right. Every time he goes, here's House. He's got some feeding ability. He goes outside to give Rawhorn picked up, and the reverse is good by. Well called, well played. They get the deuce.
And you can throw it right over the top of House. They tried that one time, didn't throw the ball high enough. That time they did.
And that's where they missed Morez Johnson.
Absolutely, but I don't think there's anything Illinois can do to defend that, really.
Approaching 11 to play. In the corner, it's a 3. Bullseye, White. It's Wolf making a move. The 7-footer will drive. Golden couldn't lasso it. Picked up by Riley the other way. Arkansas down low. It's White driving, faking, firing, and gets it to go. In the Big Ten, it may raise a little bit with this win today on the road in a very tough place to win.
And a decisive win on the road.
Yes.
And that's going to make a difference. One of the things that the folks in Illinois talked about was trying to get off the potential 8 line in that NCAA tournament, maybe move up to the 7 line.
Jonas in the corner. It's a 3, and it's right down the hatch.
Oregon had to feel when Illinois went out there and played their best game of the season. It's just one of those things where when that gets going, good luck stopping it.
Dix tried to save it, but he saved it to Illinois. What a pass! Boswell finding Trey White. Looks like a different Ivicic from the last couple of weeks. Dembele short. Here comes Illinois again. Driving in, Trey White. Nobody's
+% from 3 on the year, albeit on low volume, but 4 of his last 6 over these last 4 games. Dembele can step out there and make them.
Trying to keep Iowa close here early. Boswell, he likes his size advantage. No whistle. Wide open, Trey White buries it.
These guys' journeys, they're not the traditional route of I played high school basketball and I was recruited. It's amazing when you see the variety of ways you can make it to the Big Ten.
Think about Ivicic last year playing pro overseas for 3 years in Montenegro. Trey White knocks down a 3 in the corner.
Guys away, no Owen Freeman. It's going to be hard for Iowa to win, but outside of that little stretch where Illinois' transition defense really kind of faltered, they've been pretty good on that end of the floor.
Able to beat the press here. Nice spin by Trey White. Wow. How about that sequence
Lead. Zakachonis wraps it around. Ivisic. They need him to start hitting some. Ball tapped up and in. One played in the Olympics. Guarded Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid and scored on both of them.
Well, I talk to a lot of people and they say he reminds you of a young Joel Embiid.
Baseline nicely done. A player this talented. Top of the arc, Humrickhouse. Long rebound. Riley, no. Batted around and finally tip up, give our sides. And at the end, you'll agree with me. Another jump shot. That one going down. 11 of 21 from the three-point line. No call on the play. Great body. Sheffield drives. Double pump. No. Illinois comes out with it for the final 14 seconds. White off the glass and in.
But when they're not hitting you with threes, they can get in the paint. Their big fellas can operate down low.
It's been nice seeing Crowell be aggressive on the offensive end. And when he's aggressive, it takes them to another level offensively.
I bet in the post.
Until the last 5 or 6 games. To start the game, he had 3 free throws and a layup in transition.
Somebody fell asleep and just handling the ball. As Williams had Boswell on his hip with a wild shot put over everything. And quickly Riley, the lob underneath, finds Trey White.
To play through anything, which is I think what you love about him as a Northwestern fan, coaching staff and player.
Near turnover by the Alana, able to save it, gives Lawhorn. White through the lane, lays it in. Loves the mid-range game. Hanging on the baseline, that doesn't go. So Brooks Barnheiser still scoreless in this game.
Illinois' ability early on to play one-on-one defense against Barnheiser and Martinelli is allowing them to stay home on shooters.
Here's White looking for 2 hoops in a row, and he's got it. 4 points. For their struggles to make them percentage-wise, as Sheravino has it roll out. Illinois still has 86 more made threes than their opponents. On the move, it's White with the jam.
So it's one of those things where hopefully you can get back into the Big Ten race, but you just have to prepare for March for sure. Be healthy, be on point, because they don't really have a weakness when they're right.
And with Minnesota's win yesterday as White, just a clear path to the basket.
15 field goals have been right around the rim or layups.
Now this should be an open middle, maybe a ball screen. The number 30, a little curl play down.
Riley has to cover it up. Zakachonis for White. Got to have it right. Will Queen take it? He will, and he misses. Probably didn't need it.
No, it's been going great. Save that for the summer.
Can Illinois capitalize? Nice catch.
Again, the open.
Oh, from the crowd.
The disappointment.
Yeah.
Once again, a pretty even match. Only one big on the floor.
Another tough thread through. He got
the game. Over shots around the rim and able to convert.
Gillespie, rainbow, no. Probably don't need that early shot.
I'd like the big guys to get a nice penetration.
7. Screen comes from Ballo. Rice steps into a deep one. Can't hit it. And the rebound tipped to White. Looking to run. Attacks on Galloway. White to the rim. Fakes it home.
Nice job there by Trey White.
A zone look from the Hoosiers. It leaves Gibbs Lawhorn wide open. Too strong. Rebound slam. Trey White.
Any thoughts of them getting out to a slow start evaporated early. Claude missed his shot, ended up on his backside.
And Illinois has not helped themselves. Turnovers have been an issue here in the early going, and that's been a problem for them all year. They're negative in the turnover margin. Where they've been able to get extra possessions is on the window. And Trey on an inbound situation earlier in this half.
Go right back to it, and White with an and one. So choose Davis hounding Shelley, and Gibbs Lawhorn steals it. Now it's Illinois trying to play for the final shot. There's Trey White up and under for the lead.
Three, buries it. Good job of looking ahead by Baldwin, Jeff. I mean, caught the ball right here in front of us. His head initially just turned on a swivel when he saw Kern, led him right into that jump shot. Trying to get downhill, and Trey White does just that. Feet there, Jeff. Came under control, kind of looked off the defender. Nicely done by DeLeon. Seeing Illinois, this one, nice lob into Trey. Instant energy off the bench from Johnson. Ace Baldwin now just outside the free throw line, in and out, and the struggles continue offensively for Penn State. Here's White for three, buried it. Boswell goes baseline, kick into the corner, Gibbs Lawhorn three. Another opportunity, cleaning up the glass. White, and a goaltend. Penn State's been able to get so far this evening, utilizing their defense to get out in the open floor. Now, without Ace Baldwin, I mean, he is so good defensively and with his assists. Where is that leadership going to come from for Penn? DeLeon from the baseline, short. Johnson with another board. May have a double-double by the time it's all said and done. White all by himself for two. Taps out to Dunn. And somebody's going to stick and kill that thing. Trey White finally sees it go.
When the Big Ten got expanded, that this was going to be what road trips look like.
Boswell creates an offensive board. Ben Humrickhouse gets it into Trey White. And he scores.
The thing that should be a lethal offensive team like Illinois, just keep giving them different looks.
BJ Davis can't hit the three. Still cold from beyond. UW of 6. Ben Humrickhouse had a great game the other night. A great game against Oregon to help push his three-point percentage up higher. Trey White in traffic.
That's what he does. He's so good at that.
The answer you'll get will be something like, "Don't get me started."
Yeah.
And then he'll get started. And he's right.
Yeah, rankings don't matter.
Trey White. Yakachonis.
Fine.
Trey White shot it well in the first half. And there's an offensive rebound. Trey White, pretty move.
Boy.
Boswell blocked by Osibor, but Trey White gets fouled and the basket count. Diallo into Ivicic.
Good defense that time. Stayed vertical.
Humrickhouse. Now Trey White. That's tough.
You know he's got it going. He's coming off with the ball in his hands. Illinois defender laid on that screen, wide open look for Davis.
A career day. Ivicic. And White answers.
Good ball movement.
Jonas drives left 75% of his scoring drives, and they are heavily playing that left hand. They're making him go to the right. I've noticed it a couple of times now.
Trey White creates a little sliver there.
12 two-point shots to 67 threes.
Trey White.
Another beautiful to his game. He's got a feel, but he's also got a flair. I like it.
A little magic from number 32. Here's Trey White. Nice finish. Boswell. But Trey White tracks it down.
Nice give back.
And gets rewarded. Oh, Colin Boswell, a worthy champion. Humrickhouse. Oh, wow. Clean up for Trey White. And Indiana, right, is going to be here.
Yeah, and all these, athletes have been playing in the Pac-12. They get to go to Assembly Hall in Bloomington. That's cool.
Trey White.
Short.
Oh! He comes up hobbling, and it's a 5-on-4 for Oregon. As Boswell jogging a little better now, but immediately Dre Gibbs Lawhorn came off the bench. Trey White is not ranked. This has been a struggle of a season for Chicago State. They are 0-14 on the year. Yakachonis with the ball. Last time he had the ball in his hands, he hit the game winner for Illinois a week ago in St. Louis.
Trying to establish Ivisic early. He's got a height advantage.
What a great dump off to Trey White. He's been playing some excellent. That's concerned as there's a nice layup.
Now he got to his spot. That's a nice move.
From Spinelli. He's in double digits with 11. But that they love about Riley getting to his spot when it's supposed to be. They're less concerned about the points not coming and the shots not falling.
Oh, yeah, 6'9", and how he wheels and deals and that spin drop step, it's very impressive.
Hammerkraus played in this building for Evansville in Arch Madness last year, and he comes up with a huge block into the hands of Connor Boswell. Illini want to push it, and the step through rolls home.
And it's a good shooter. Evansville transfer. Shot around 40+% in the Missouri Valley Conference. Good pass.
Line look, and White reverses it in. America coming out of Bishop Miege in Kansas City, and then Sunrise Christian. He's got Missouri on a 9-0 run, and now they pick up three-quarter court. Feel like Boswell and Yakachonis welcome that kind of pressure. Gives them more of a runway. Zone's been effective for Missouri. Try to coerce White into a mid-range, and he pays. Missouri has closed the gap with two multiple times this half, but unable to lock it up.
Now Missouri goes back to that amoeba zone again, not allowing Illinois to get comfortable in any one offensive set.
Dump down for Ivisic. Wrap pass to White. What a look. Yakachonis to White. Off the glass and in!
Each with personals. Tennessee still without a point, 2.5 minutes into this game. Just one of 7 unbeaten teams still in the country. Trey White runs into a crowd. White created the turnover and then finishes it on the other end.
Yakachonis showed him the basketball. Meshack, a guy that even though he's getting contact and you're not knocking him back with his physicality, really impressive defense.
Ivisic has been awfully quiet today for Illinois. White to the bucket and good.
Once again, Akpara
is playing so off on Meshack. Down low, Meshack with the layup, no good. White pops from 3. Got it.
Backing down on Hammerkraus. Crowell goes right to work and can't float it in.
Got pretty good position there. That's a shot that Wisconsin wants. You're going against a smaller defender. Crowell's got to finish it.
Boswell driving kick. It's White in the corner for 3.
Trey White, a guy these teams know are going to get him up from 3.
Right on cue. Hammerkraus comes up short. Ivisic takes the rebound himself. Second chance, Ivisic. Got caught up and shot by Crowell. Boswell off the screen. Boswell on the attack, using that strength. Great feed inside for White, and he squeezed it in, plus the foul.
There's times where you look at who he's guarding and you say, all right, we're getting him out of the action.
Now a turnover. White on the steal. White on the flush.
Got great position.
Wisconsin shooting 52% from the floor. Illinois just 37. They've gotten far more opportunities like that one. Trey off the screen. Tanjay puts White in jail. Goes right at Johnson. He got the nice defensive play inside. Real numbers for Boswell off the screen. Cross, kick, White, 3. Yakachonis. Patient. Fades. No. Rebound. Ivisic kicks it. Oh! Trey White.
The anchor of this Cats defense.
The outside. He had 6 threes in this one. Here's Martinelli a little strong. Yakachonis with the rebound. The freshman from Lithuania. He's been tremendous as well.
We're going to see if Northwestern's pick and roll defense is up to snuff tonight, because it's going to be ball screen after ball screen after ball screen. Yakachonis a big part.
A huge huge emphasis for Chris Collins today. What a fire underneath for Trey White.
But Trey White's cutting to the rim.
Offense. He wanted to get off to a faster start. Does his own defense make up for a not fast start on offense?
Yeah, I think the fact that you're playing with a team as talented as Illinois, and this is a one-point game, you're going to like the defensive effort. Now, the fact that they're 2 of 9 from 3, the slow start for Martinelli, 9 threes is a lot for this team. They only average 17 a game. I'm talking about attempts.
There's Davis in the corner. White, good gather and finish.
But Trey White just kind of making
Years started 57 times, but had a chance to come here, and they were thrilled to bring him along.
Yeah, he's an older guy. When you're a grad student like that, you've played in all these arenas, this doesn't bother you, and he stepped up and made that big first 3 for them.
The Illini expect them to shoot a lot of threes as well. They shoot it more than anybody. Look at that no-look pass, and Trey White gets the orange. For the rebound is Johnson, but White comes away with it on the run.
Doing a great job of controlling the boards on both ends of the court tonight.
Illinois is a great rebounding team. 49 boards a game right now.
And I talked about it earlier. I just thought Little Rock would struggle scoring. I didn't think it would be this tough. Great job by the Illini on defense.
Trey White with team-leading score in the first half with 7 points.
It's the one thing Coach Walker thought they could take advantage of on the ball screen coverage with the Illini bigs. They do that drop coverage, and if you come off that ball screen, you got that little pull-up. I know in analytics.
Yakachonis with an outlet to Boswell. He's got White. That second chance is good.
Little playground thing where if you're not paying attention, and that's, again, he is worldly. He's a young guy, but he's been around, and probably somebody did it to him.
I want you to set up more of these shots just like that. Genesis Bryant now on the other end of the floor is no good. Ralph Martino Jr., who has just checked into the game. Trey White quickly to the rim, and nice finish.
I think he was expecting Tommy to roll a little bit faster.
Bailey trying to ride the hot hand, but that one comes up just short. By the way, that was the first made three-pointer for the Hawks today. 1 for 9 now. Nice move by Trey White. Sent out for Boswell. Yakachonis. Trey White haven't been able to bully their way under the rim just yet. Trey White trying to make something happen. 6'5", nice move by Trey.
Greg Campy's like a cool uncle, right? You just want to sit down and talk to the guy about hoops. He is so, confident in what he does.
Nice move inside, and first assist. Into the corner. There's a 3. Hummerkaus too strong. Offensive rebound again. Boswell kicks it out.
What a play. Skips it baseline off the jump.
Touch pass. White open for 3. Got it.
Oh, I thought Cole was going to put that one up.
Boswell got the elbow. Fast break and a dunk. And down is Woodruff.
There was a lot of traffic, but made the connection. Nice first play for the Cougars.
Ivicic has a one-on-one, kicks to the corner, open look for 3, and White rattles it in.
Oh yeah, I mean, anytime a young man has the confidence to take that many shots, even though he's not making them, tells you something about his confidence level. 1-2-2, three-quarter court. Pseudo pressure there, not designed necessarily to come up with a steal, Noah, but to slow the offensive actions down to the Illini.
White, step back, hand in his face. He's got back-to-back threes for Illinois.
The Illini solid this defensive possession.
Forced a really tough shot there from the corner from Polk. Boswell hesitates. Good extra pass to White in the corner. Got it. Did you see the coaching change at Coach Calipari to Arkansas? He comes back here to Illinois in his first season as the associate head coach.
Illini doing a good job of breaking that pressure. It's going to be tough to pressure this Illini team. They seem to always keep multiple ball handlers on the floor at all times.
Yakachonis darts into the lane, drops it off for White, who got the defender to fly by.
Nice job. Not going to be in Champaign very long, unfortunately, for Illini fans.
Umrickhouse bullies his way to the basket. No. Ivasic, the offensive rebound. White skips. Yakachonis to White. Off the window.
Boy,